Welcome to the WellPlayed DLC podcast, Australia's juiciest gaming podcast, certified fresh. I am your host for the week, Adam Ryan, and rounding out this trio of dips is Corn Relish himself, Ash Whaling.
Oh, love a corn relish. Yes, very pleased to be here.
And the big French onion himself, Zachary Jackson.
Thank you. Don't know how
he doesn't know how to take that. He does not know how to take that. Mate, everyone loves onion? French onion.
French onion?
Well, I think spring onion's technically a different dip, but I don't know. An onion's an onion, isn't it? It could be spring
onion's basically tzatziki, isn't it?
No, I thought spring onion was French onion.
Never mind. Tzatziki it is. No. Anyway, we don't have time to quabble about dips. We've got a massive yet short show to get through. There's a whole lot of showcases. It's been the Game Awards and all of the little showcases around that. We got Frosty. We got Day of the Devs. We got PC Gaming Most Wanted Showcase Spectacular 95,000 2KXO whatever. And we've got the actual Game Awards, the awards themselves. So that's going to be our focus. But before, as just a little appetizer, before we get to the dips, let's have a quick chat about what we've been playing. Ash Whaling, I know you have something in particular you wanted to quickly touch on. Hit us with it.
Sure. Simply put, I can't afford a Steam Deck. I'd like a Steam Deck, but I can't afford one. So
I
bought
you thieved one.
I did. I've actually stolen your child. It's now living with me. I have custody for a while, so I'm enjoying it. So I can't afford a Steam Deck, but I've got one, finger quote. But I picked myself up a little device. It's an Anbernic RG CubeX. It's very hard to see here, but it's a device that lets you play Game Boy Advance games, and you're allowed to play your legally backed up Game Boy Advance ROMs.
Allegedly.
Legally obtained. Allegedly, legally obtained. But yeah, I never actually had a Game Boy Advance when I was younger, so this is me trying to catch up. My inner child is enjoying some old classic GBA games, and one that came out this year, Shantae Risky's Revolution. Mm-hmm. Was a game that they took 15 years to make it, and they released it for the Game Boy Advance in 2025. Crazy.
There are still those that do just randomly release like Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games. I know that one of my predictions for it was either this year or last year was that Devolver Digital was going to start releasing retro games, and I stick by it. I think they will at some stage, but I was a bit wrong on when they were going to do it. But I stick by it. It'll happen.
Look, tape decks are back, vinyl's back, Game Boy cartridges will be next. We're going to be playing some like AAA game on a Game Boy cartridge within the next 12 months there.
For sure. The retro revival, Stranger Things kicked off everyone loving that era, so everything comes back around.
The fact that you can accidentally inhale a 64 gig SD card nowadays, think about what you could put in a Game Boy cartridge nowadays. You could probably fit an entire Super Nintendo in there, so it's good.
And straight from talking about Nintendo consoles and retro shit, one of those things pertains to him. Zachary, what have you been playing the last couple of weeks?
Well, I finished Routine. The review is up. I was playing Siberia.
Stop everything. How long did it take you? How long did it take you to beat Routine? As I just look up on how long to beat.
It took 13 years to make the game. How long did it take Zach to beat it?
I nearly got a year for every hour. Wow, sorry, an hour for every year.
Yeah, hey, that's a good conversion rate if you think about it.
The devs are quoted like 6 to 8, I think.
Yeah, 6 hours says how long to beat. So as far as the Zach Jackson equation goes, that's actually not too bad.
And that's probably, anyway, we've talked about last week how it's just, maybe I might have been a bit of a dumb
If a year of development time equals an hour of gameplay, how long is Grand Theft Auto 6 going to be?
Infinite. Absolutely infinite.
13 hours?
Yeah.
No, I did start playing Siberia Remastered for review. And I did see that, yeah. I told PR that I am actually not going to review this because I do not like this remaster. So I'd rather not write a negative review because I can't be fucked playing any more of it.
I mean, yep, that's talking baseball right there, folks. When it comes to gaming journalism, just sometimes
you absolute prick. Here I was, absolutely grinding through Possessors, having the shittest time imaginable, being like, "Look, I've got to get something out," and here you are, being like, "Nah, I'm right."
The only difference is
I say that I've done it. I've done what I've been in your shoes. I get it.
Yeah. If it wasn't a remaster, I would have pushed through.
Fair. That's understandable.
I just felt it was a bit of a cheap remaster. Anyway, but I'm not going to shit on it here. But one thing I do want to highlight I've been playing is on my, speaking of handheld consoles, on my ROG Ally X, I've been playing a game called The Guardian of Nature. Now I want you to look it up on the Google machine, on the Steam. And just have a quick look because this is a beautiful little game. Sorry, I
just needed to turn my light on with my foot.
It is I'll read the little blurb here. The Guardian of Nature is a hand-drawn size-changing adventure. Embark on a magical journey with botanist Henry. Use your size-changing ability to explore nature in big and small and solve solar punk puzzles to put nature back in order. Beautiful art style, really nice and.
This was in one of the list things that we did, wasn't it? Things coming this year, like.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, it was from my point and click list. Yeah. So episode 2's out, and I was like, I might wait for the whole thing, but I was like, fuck it. It's like $8 to buy, so I bought. And if you buy the early access version, you get all the episodes free
for $8.
Yeah, so I think it'll leave early access when 3 episodes are done. So yeah, you get the whole thing for.
It's $8.79. Damn, that's a steal.
Yeah, it's quite nice. I'm quite enjoying it.
It's pretty. It's very, very, very pretty.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. That the little dude is cute as hell. Okay, all right, not a bad shout. But that's been your main squeeze as of late.
Yeah, I haven't really played a lot other than routine, to be honest. Not much time. A couple of things that we'll talk about next potty, but yeah, nothing more than that really.
No, you'll have to see it. For myself, outside of the Time Splitters Rewind, because that has really got me going as of late, Ash and myself and a couple of our mates played some Toxic Commando this week. We'll have more thoughts. I'm going to do a write-up at some stage, and Ash and I will get together a video of some description. The TLDR on it kind of fucking rips. As far as kind of like a Left 4 Dead style game with weirdly Mud Runner aspects thrown into it because Saber, I guess. It's pretty fucking cool. I enjoyed myself, and Ash, I think you were the same.
Yeah, there was actually some news for it just over this weekend. It's actually got a March 12th release date now for next year, which is cool. Yeah. And it's now actually got a price on Steam, and it's $58.
Which is, I think that's square spot on correct.
Well, in the realm of days when games are costing like $125 and garbage.
Yeah.
$58.
Yes, Zachary Jackson.
I am going to put my hand up and go, I might have fucked up here because because we got 4 keys, four preview keys, and I think it was implied that I don't want that shit. I was going to take one. I think they were very, very close to the words, if not verbatim, what I said. Because I thought it was an isometric game, and here I am scrolling through the screenshots on Steam, and I'm like, yeah, I'm vindicated in my saying this is not for me. Then I'm reading it's a first-person shooter. I'm like, oh, actually, no, this definitely looks like my jam.
So for real, because we had this, and I promise we will get to the content and not just the inside baseball of WellPlayed. But we had this conversation where I was like, okay, Ash will have a code, you'll have a code, I'll have a code. I'm going to give another code to a mate so we can play. And you're like, I don't fucking want that. And I was like, okay, that's a weird take because this does seem like something that would really be up your alley. But sure, whatever. So I feel a bit vindicated now as well. I'm glad that we've had this discussion. This is good.
I definitely fucked up. This looks like right up my fucking jam.
It fucking slaps. It's got Zach Jackson written all over it. Honest to God, it does.
Why didn't you tell me it's a first-person shooter, not an isometric?
Oh, because
dungeon-like crawler
review guide and a YouTube video of the trailer attached to that email that maybe you'd have an idea as to what it is.
The discussion, I don't want this key because it's some isometric piece of shit. And Adam's like, yeah, it is.
Well, no, I didn't actually say. I was just like, no, this is like an isometric, like one of those like dungeon crawly, but like a shooter version.
What an idiot.
I mean,
like the original Helldivers, I think is what you were assuming it was.
And I think, I run a games outlet, so,
So I've got my ear to the ground. I know exactly what's going on.
Finger in the holes.
We don't have time to talk about your failings of the last week, Zach. We've got big news to get into. The Game Awards. It's the Game Awards week. It's like, I don't know, Christmas for gaming.
Ugh.
The
corporate
big takeaways.
Christmas. Woo!
you know what it is? It is. I will say, because we'll go over kind of just our general thoughts of the showcase, and we'll get into the nitty and the gritty of it. I think this is probably one of Jeff's best outings. So, especially the last couple of years, there's been a lot said about kind of pacing for one, which still could do with a little bit of work. And then kind of how much time is devoted to awards as far as announcements, the size of the announcements, how impactful everything is. I think as far as the Game Awards presented by Jeff Sneakers Keighley is concerned, this has probably been one of his better ones. I genuinely think he did a pretty top-notch job, but I'm happy to hear other opinions if you all have them.
I mean, my point is that simply, like, I think almost every year the post-discussion of the Game Awards is talking about what major thing fucked up at the Game Awards. Whether it's please wrap up, whether it's every segment starts with some horrible brand thing like this is the Innovation in Gaming Award presented by Subway. Eat fresh today for the footlongs for only $7.99. This is the first one where like the post discussion was almost entirely based around the games. Nobody talked about the awards like rigmarole. People went, yeah, that one won, yeah, that one won, and I can't believe they ended on a free to play extraction BR shooter that nobody wants. And I was like, people are talking about games after the Game Awards as opposed to talking about Jeff Keighley trying to have a very strange relationship with Kojima-san. But it's the first time that everyone sort of went, and this moved on.
Yeah,
which was kind of nice for a change.
Yeah, I'm completely okay with it. But Zach, I'm hoping that you had a chance to at least watch some kind of highlights of the show. What were your thoughts overall?
I didn't watch the show itself, so I didn't see any of the in between. But I watched 70% of the trailers. Or should we say 70% of the trailers that I wanted to watch?
Did you watch them on the Game Awards YouTube channel where they're all just sort of chopped out of the ceremony? So you got this awkward preamble before every trailer?
No, but like funny you mention that. Someone should fucking put together a playlist, and then there probably is, like, all the trailers, but, like, not a fucking actual video, like a video that's, 40 minutes long or whatever, but, like, a playlist of all the trailers. Because I was on my PS5 in the bedroom just searching on YouTube for trailers. It was actually... So I got some of the Game Awards stuff and some of the actual trailers as well. It was whatever came up first. Got the thing. It seemed pretty solid. A lot of the sentiment I've seen online is quite positive. A lot of people saying it's the best one yet, so good on them.
It was a low bar, let's be real.
Yeah, I mean, I think the last couple of years have progressively been getting better, but it's one of those things that in certain aspects he's done the old one step forward, two steps back, but it's been getting there, I think.
Yeah, it's progress. It's glacial progress. But like I said, it's just nice to have a Game Awards end, and the immediate discussion point isn't, I can't believe they did that incredibly stupid thing that was really dumb and never should have been approved. It was just, that was it. Game Awards. That's the the games.
Everyone had a slur in their acceptance speech or something like really heinous. But
nobody ran on stage and talked about the Jewish Rabbi Bill Clinton. Nobody, there wasn't like a 40-minute intro to Kojima walking out on stage to talk about a game that's not coming out for 30 years. Yeah. Like there was no like really egregious brand segment where it's like KFC presents the innovation in sound design. Like it was just,
I'll take that as, but it was fine. I'll take it as a win. The biggest takeaway for me was Mila Jovovich trying to pronounce video games. Anyway, we'll move on. Oh, the absolute best. I've watched it about 12 times. Zachary.
I love it.
I have a quick question that ties sort of into the last part of the show where we were, I was very surprised at the ending because I was putting into the Slack chat while I was at work, like, what was the big finisher? And you first you said Dino Crisis, and I was like, yeah, fucking turn it up. And then, and then you said like Mega Man. I was like, okay, again, like what's the big finisher? I fucking like Mega Man. No, I'm kidding. But the free to play, like, wild. What a weird choice. But the question I want to throw to you guys, one or two very, very quick ones. Don't need backstories. Anything that you were surprised we didn't see before we get into what we did see?
Oh,
I'll start.
Yep.
Was that?
No, go for it.
No, you start. Kick it off.
Yeah, well, one of mine was a Plague Tale Renaissance. No, Resonance.
Oh shit! Yeah,
I can't remember what it's called. Yeah. Which I think they said is coming 2026, and normally they love the Game Awards, like Focus and
Yep,
with the Plague Tale, it's always at the Game Awards. So I'm quite surprised at that. And the second one was maybe we didn't get an Onimusha date. I thought that was maybe.
There was a trailer that I said to. There was a trailer that I said to Adam, "Oh, this is Onimusha," and then it was Neo 3, and I was like, "Oh, sorry."
Onimusha popped up at least one, maybe two other showcases over the week, but still nothing as far as like an actual date though. But it did like tiny little snippet trailers.
Yeah.
I'd say my biggest why wasn't it there or confusion as to, it didn't pop up anywhere would be OD, because Kojima and Keighley had connected at the hip, and OD's had a big new trailer. Thought there might be
very little Kojima at this year, so
yeah, I thought there'd be something. I didn't think there'd be like a release date or anything, but maybe just a bit more of an understanding of, because we still don't really know what it is, right? There's a kind of an idea that it might be an anthology series of smaller games kind of connected under the OD banner. So I thought there might be kind of, I don't know, an explanation or kind of just a little bit of hint as to what's going on, but no Kojima at all, apart from, him reacting in the crowd to Expedition 33's sweep that we'll talk about in a moment. Ash, anything from you that you were confused as to why it wasn't there?
I mean, it's hardly confusion. It's just more of a case of me sort of surprised that there was nothing relating to GTA 6. Like, I thought that as we're heading forward, they would have had some sizzle, something small, nothing big, just, something to keep people on point, because they've done their last delay announcements and such. So I don't know. I just
thought, mate, what more do you want?
I think
what most anticipated game? Yeah, sure.
Well, I think maybe for them, they're maybe keeping a bit of a low profile at the moment, trying to stay out of the news.
It's also a case that they don't need to spend $1 million to be seen at the Game Awards. They could drop a trailer on like the most forgotten social media network and it'd still get 8 zillion views in like 30 seconds.
And they do. That's how they don't do marketing. They just once they have a trailer, they just drop it, because it's like they don't need anything more than
Rockstar exists outside of the ecosystem. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Just to quickly circle back onto OD, did Xbox have a very big presence? I know I've watched a lot of the trailers, but I didn't see the whole.
There's a big old stinking Game Pass ad in the middle that I completely glazed over, but that's about it.
There were heaps of those. Like there was an ad for Game Pass once every
there
2 or 3 ad breaks. Yeah, and they were all sledging like all the things that we used to love. Is the generations, I use an S. I know that maybe we technically aren't the same generation, but like midnight launches and physical media, they were like, this is how we used to do it. That's shit. Now we do it like this. So I don't know, tone deaf for my personal taste, but is what it is.
Well, what a bold strategy, Cotton, shitting on people's nostalgia. Let's see how it plays out for him. Yeah, the one I saw was all about like cleaning and shit. It was
I'll send you some of the ads that I clocked. They were terrible.
I'll anyway, watch it when I'm having a particularly bad bowel movement, but please send it to me, I guess.
Exactly. Fuck Xbox. Water's wet. Let's have a chat about the actual awards as part of the Game Awards, because there were a few, none of which were surprising. Game of the Year. No drum roll is needed. It was expected by everyone. Is Claire Obscure Expedition 33 that took away another 8 awards. It's now
good God,
the winningest game of the Game Awards history.
Technically took best performance as well for voice acting for Jessica, wasn't it?
Yep. It absolutely swept. I don't think this is surprising to anyone who has had a finger on the pulse of the gaming landscape this year. It's like the darling of the industry, and the game is excellent. So
can we just have a quiet rise of hands here for everyone who's played Expedition 33?
I've played 5 hours of the game so far. It's going to be my Christmas game. Give me a fucking break, Ash. I don't want to hear it. I was going to play it on my Steam Deck today, but I didn't have it. Anywho.
Okay, so it's my fault. Yeah, just keep glazing the game. Be like, I think it's pretty good. Nah, I'll be real. I've got friends who are like deep into the RPG space, and the way they talk about it's like the second coming of Christ. So yeah, I think it deserves some of those awards.
It's for a genre being, I don't know if JRPG, turn-based RPG. Japan hasn't completely cornered the market, but a turn-based RPG, that space hasn't seen innovation in a major sense in quite a while. So some of the things that they were doing, including some of the real-time kind of like QTE style shit to make it more engaging, it is pretty fucking cool. Like you don't see a big shake-up in that genre much these days. So it's, I don't know, it's pretty great. And it got best game direction, so clearly it's doing something right.
I was going to say, the big thing for me is even just in their acceptance speeches, like everyone involved with the game was very raw in a very good way. Like a lot of them were very open and upfront of like, hey, we didn't really know what we were doing, but it turned out okay, and we're happy about that. So thank you. And it's like, that's
one of the major shout-outs was people that put YouTube tutorials on how to make games on YouTube, because that's how they started teaching themselves.
Almost immediately after it, somebody posted a screenshot on Reddit of like the lead game director had posted a Reddit post like years ago asking for help.
So, like, wasn't it like voice acting or something like that?
There was like, oh, hey, we've got a prototype of our game and we need like some voices to like, start to showcase it to people, and we think it's okay. Can someone help, please? And it's like,
it's amazing. And for that exact reason, Ash, that's probably why Claire Obscure took away Best Indie Game of 2025 as well, which is, it's a time, being that it's published by Kepler, who were absolutely all over the Game Awards, not just in the awards, but in the announcements. That's a publishing house that's really kicking into gear.
10 years from now, we're still going to be debating, what is indie? What is indie?
Every fucking year. So some of the awards that weren't Claire Obscure, Best Audio Design went to Battlefield 6, which if anyone has fucking played that game, they know that it is very well deserved. The audio design for the entire Battlefield series has been excellent. Battlefield 6 is no exception.
The War Tapes mode. Like, it's
unfucking real. Innovation in accessibility was Doom: The Dark Ages. I can't speak to that, Ash. Maybe you can for the accessibility side of things.
Look, I played the preview day and I jumped into the accessibility options and it was pretty big. And then when the game came out, the menu was like 3 times as big. It's just one of those things where there's just sliders for everything. And like,
we love that.
It's a game for anyone, which is good.
Speaking of games for everyone, Games for Impact, South of Midnight. It definitely shines a light on maybe a culture that doesn't see that limelight very often, particularly in games. So that is fantastic. They spoke at length about how much effort went into making sure that was that the culture was seen in the game, which is great. And I'm sure Zach,
big push for authenticity
to that.
Yeah, big, huge fan. Yeah, probably. Will be up there in the conversation for my game of the year.
Didn't they shadow drop at the end that it's coming to PS5 now as well?
They did, yes.
Did they
really?
They did
thanks for the award, coming to PS5. And we're like, oh, okay, neat.
That's cool. Nice.
Yeah. Best ongoing, to absolutely no one's surprise, is No Man's Sky. That game is just fucking believable.
I think that game needs its own category.
They'll start calling the best ongoing award the No Man's Sky award.
Yeah, the most wild redemption arc should be the.
Baldur's Gate 3 took out community support. Again, not a huge surprise there. Best indie game, like I said, was Claire Obscure. It should have been Blueprints. Just throwing that in there.
Yeah. Well. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, I know that for our own awards, we have 2 separate indie awards, air quotes for those who are not watching the video version of this, but we have a self-published indie of the year and a published indie of the year, I think is.
Yeah, it's like Indie Vibes is essentially what the award is,
And I think it's good that these level of players have a space to kind of try and win, because I think it's quite hard for one of these, I think Hades might have done it a couple of years back, whenever the first one came out. Didn't that win Game of the Year?
Oh.
But that's fucking...
No, Hades hasn't, but it did win Best Indie.
Okay. Well, something that was actually an indie one. Best Indie. Best Indie. Game of the Year, surely. Maybe, quote me on, maybe just...
Such a shocking statement. Something that was actually indie won Indie Game of the Year.
But I think, it's very, very hard for an proper traditional indie game to win Game of the Year. So they need their own, award to kind of try and win, right? But when you're just getting eaten up by these guys,
I think Expo 33.
I think it's simple. Just have best self-published and best.
It does make
published,
sense. Yeah,
that's pretty clear.
I think the big thing I want to take away from it as well is that a lot of people don't put a lot of emphasis on the fact that nominations sort of mean a lot as well. Blueprints was in there. That's a massive thing, even on its own. What is it? 5 nominations per category?
Yep.
So that's still rubbing shoulders with Titans.
6, isn't it?
Like, is it 6?
Yeah, 6. And if we're splitting hairs, like Blueprints was published by Raw Fury, so it's not like they didn't have a publisher behind them as well. So, I mean, it is what it is. We'll have this conversation till the heat death of the fucking universe, but I agree. I agree with Zach entirely, and I think WellPlayed does it best. Anywho, best action game, Hades 2. As far as the Australian contingent is concerned, best action adventure game got taken out by Hollow Knight Silksong. So shout outs to Team Cherry. That's an amazing accomplishment. They deserve it from what I understand. Game's way too fucking hard for me and I'll never touch it, but congrats to them all the same. Best family game. We know that, speaking of being legally distinct and allegedly, Ash will be all over this based on his PAX Oz 2025 legally distinct ape outfit. But Donkey Kong Bonanza took out best family game.
Just any award. Best game featuring bananas and an ape. It had to take something home. I think that game is stellar.
Yeah, we love to see it. Best multiplayer game was Battlefield. Oh, wait, sorry, not Battlefield 6. Arc Raiders. Fuck you, Game Awards. Now, Arc Raiders is great. Hello, Zachary.
Split Fiction, is that wasn't this year, right? Surely not.
No, it was.
It was. It was February, wasn't it?
That's
sure.
fucking insane. That game feels like it was like more than a year old. Wow. Okay, wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
Because so many games have come out this year afterward.
Yeah.
Time dilation.
Best adaptation essentially could have just been one nomination. Last of Us Season 2 won. The Minecraft movie could have won if it was
that category was
16-year-olds.
The fact that Until Dawn was in the finalists is just
embarrassing.
Says everything that you need to know.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know there was a Splinter Cell show until I saw it in that category, and I was like,
"Yeah, he's got a beard now." Come on, Ash, keep up with it, mate.
Clearly not.
I mean, there were other awards. If there are any that.
I just want to bring attention to the best fighting game was a Warzone. Like, it was like 3 of the nominees were re-release collections of older games. Like, 2025 has not been kind to fighters, but
the one that won, Fatal Fury, I was actually in Europe when this came out, and they reached out if I wanted to review it, and I was kind of keen, like, but obviously I couldn't.
That game slaps. Like, it was more of a case of like,
by all accounts, it's good.
6 nominees, 3 of them are re-releases. One of them is 2XKO, which is barely a finished game, and then they could have just skipped over the category and just said the only game of note that came out of the fighting game thing was House of Wolves. Done.
Speaking of fighting games, I didn't quite understand the sledge by the Street Fighter people.
It was meant to just be a cute little thing, but I've actually
got a little bit more background on that. Apparently, the guy who's been cast as Ken is a stand-up comedian that is not well liked because he makes really sort of cheap jokes. Adam and I discussed it as it happened and went, haha, rivalry Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat, lol, 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 and we just moved on. So the sledging was mostly just because there's 2 fighting game movies coming out soon and they have a long-standing rivalry.
But it didn't I mean, I might have watched it in like isolation, right? But it didn't seem funny.
Funny?
It seemed very
it didn't
odd.
Land.
It didn't land.
No, it didn't land. Especially when you've got an auditorium full of people who would probably be stoked with the entire...
Yeah. Like, that would have been nuts.
Like,
my reaction was...
The castle of Mortal Kombat should have... I don't know how you would...
come out on stage and then they all fight to the death?
Or be like, they didn't get over here or something like that, something like...
Yeah, like there was a way to do it and they didn't do it that way. Yeah, it was weird. It was weird. But I think what we're missing here is the fact that it's confirmed that in Bora Bora, Miss Piggy got it on with Jeff Keighley. That's the real news to come out of the Game Awards. God. Anyway, let's move on from the awards and get into maybe the tastier headlines, being some of the announcements, of which there were plenty. I would like to start from the back before we get going to the front. I don't know. I lost that a bit. Highguard. Ash mentioned it as well as Zachary. The one more thing was a free-to-play raid shooter that is coming out in January. It was hyped up by Jeff as well, and I think
you're gonna mention it's a fantasy themed. That's the thing that separates it.
Fantasy themed, but with guns. It's real awkward. Yeah. It's by some of the folks behind Apex and Titanfall, which got everyone a little bit excited. And I think
so. It's basically what's that EA Originals one? Fucking.
Oh yeah, the magic themed one.
The magic shooter, really... but not a shooter one. Fuck, what's it called?
Atrium. There was an A. Anyway, yes, it's like that with the different colored magics. How cool! While you're looking that up, I think the idea behind it, where old mate Jeff was like, "Oh, we usually do the one more thing is a cinematic that for a game that's coming out in 2034, and this is a game that's coming out early next year." I think the idea behind that is fantastic. If the game is going to appeal to anyone outside of a very small niche, it was just, I don't know, man. This was a tone deaf one more thing announcement. It was not good.
The observation that cracked.
Thank you. I knew it was an A.
The thing that cracked me up about that is that the immediate response by people was just people dissecting it, trying to find something appealing in it. Like people going, the character designs are bland. I don't know who asked for this. But then one person went, high guard, Overwatch. High means above, over means above, watch means gut. It was like,
oh no,
they're making another hero shooter, but it's open world. And is it a BR? Is it an extraction shooter?
No, it's a raid. It's closer to an extraction shooter, I think. Which again, it's one of those things that the genre is really hard to show off in just like a 2-minute trailer. Look, if you're playing it, if it's like there's a demo out now and it's midway through the award show, I think it lands perfectly fine. I think people are like, all right, I'll jump in and give it a go. One more thing, not so much.
One of the comments I saw in the chat was somebody said, holy shit, they did it, Concord 2.
Yeah, the Concord 2 comment got around and it's pretty fucking apt.
Jeff Keighley was like, it's the last that you expect. And everyone's like, you know what? Sure. On the bingo sheet, Jeff, I did not expect Concord 2. Very good.
For once, Ash, I have something in arm's reach that pertains to our conversation. Look at us go. Look, we'll move on from High Guard because I'm undoubtedly, speaking of Concord, I think there'll be more conversation around this in early January when it comes out. January 2nd, for those who give a shit.
Gee, that's fucking an odd time.
Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah. It's weird. We'll do a bit of a round table of, things that you liked from the show. I just wanted to kick off because what actually kicked off the Game Awards, there was a pre-show, a few cool things. Pragmata got a release date, which is great.
What is it?
The release date is April 24th.
There's a demo,
it's also
right?
coming to Switch 2 day and date. There is a demo out now on Steam, exclusively on Steam, not on consoles.
I didn't know that. Snap.
Yeah. So get around it. By all accounts, the game is really weird and very cool and might be a sleeper Mega Man game as well. So, who knows? Anywho.
Hang on. You've never heard this, Ash?
I know so little about it. I remember there was a trailer, like a cinematic trailer.
No, you need to, after go down the rabbit hole. Sing to you, baby. You need to, you need to go down the rabbit hole because this is a whole thing, like legit a whole thing. Even I know about this, and I don't know what...
And he doesn't even know what Toxic Commando is.
He doesn't even know who Mega Man is. Or Astro Boy.
Astro Bot.
Astro Boy.
The Game Awards proper actually opened with one of those announcements that's a game coming out in 2056, which is Star Wars, Fate of the Old Republic. Holy fucking shit, did this trailer slap some ass. I know that this is a game that may never came out, could be vaporware, maybe we never see it. But this trailer is fantastic. It's essentially like a spiritual successor to the Knights of the Old Republic.
It's the same gameplay director, isn't it?
It is the same gameplay.
Or creative director.
Yep.
Yeah. Big dog.
Yep. Very, very excited. Anything set in the Old Republic, I'll be keen for. It might come out in my lifetime.
But they hit you with the mega hype, and then they follow it with, it's probably going to come out in 2030, and everyone's like, oh.
Yeah, you jump over to the website, and it says we're in early development, and bad times. Old Mate Casey has come out and said that you can expect to see it before 2030, which sounds fucked, but we are also going into 2026, so I'd be kind of happy with that.
2029.
I don't know, man. I'd be okay with that. Personally, I'd be okay with that. Anyway, we're talking about a 2-minute trailer with barely a hint of a lightsaber. Zachary, give me a game from the Game Awards that tickled your pickle. I know there'd have to be a couple in there.
Well, the obvious one is Resident Evil Requiem, but we kind of knew that was going to be there.
Great trailer though.
Do you think there was a room full of people who were told, Okay, when you see Leon, act surprised. Okay, just we know
There's
it
a little
leaks.
applause
Just act
sign.
surprised.
Well, I think
because line up and just says Leon Kennedy.
Yeah, because that his inclusion did leak. I mean, it was kind of one of those ones that everyone is pretty confident that it's happening. But yeah, still very, very cool. But I'll start with one that might actually be very surprising to you. I'm very pumped for the new Tomb Raiders.
Same.
No, fair. Ash and I had this conversation as it was live. So there's for those playing at home, there are 2 Tomb Raider games coming out. One being Tomb Raider Catalyst. They're both developed / co-developed by Crystal Dynamics, but Catalyst, which is a new Tomb Raider game, and then Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis, which is like a reimagining kind of reworked version of the original game. Out of the 2, can I just get a temperature check as to which one you're most keen for, Zachary?
Well, we saw almost fuck all of Catalyst, and Atlantis is being co-developed by Flying Wild Hog, our boys. So that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. We're 3 for 3. I think I'm real keen to get back to kind of the old school Tomb Raider, mainly because they flew by me in my childhood. It was just, I didn't touch them. The controls were really fucking whack. So I've always wanted to be.
It was a different time, my boy. Very different.
I've always wanted to be in the Tomb Raider bubble, particularly the old ones, but I never could. So no, I agree. I think it looked fucking cool. Very excited.
Henceforth, we will refer to the 2 of them together as the Tomb Raider games. There you go, because there's 2 of them.
Nice. Yeah. All right.
I thought. No, I was just gonna say I thought the trailer for Atlantis might have ended on like a little funny bit of you locking the butler in the freezer. But,
in the freezer.
Yeah, they missed the trick there.
No,
I'm on board. They missed the trick. Get him in there. Fuck that old prick.
Anything that gets me back to fighting skateboarding demons, because that's my Tomb Raider past, was just like, what are they smoking? Yeah, diving around with twin pistols and shooting dinosaurs. You know, the idea that plunging deep beneath the earth and finding secrets lost to time and then just shooting them in the face is, that's Tomb Raider for me.
I'll say as well that the fact that we're probably not going to get another Uncharted for probably quite a while, right? If ever. There is a gap in the market for this kind of game, particularly kind of the goofier
There's a lot
version of Tomb Raider.
Need to be rated.
Yeah. So, I'm 100% in agreement. 100%. Ash Whaling, what have you got for us that's not Diablo 4 related, mate?
You hung a lot of shit on it, but I was actually quite interested in No Law, because you said it's Temu Cyberpunk. We've got Cyberpunk at home. Look, I
was a bit rough on this one. I will say.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm surprised that I was on board with it, but just like I saw a little bit of sort of not quite sim, but a little bit immersive sim kind of stuff, and it sounds sort of interesting to me. And apparently, the pedigree of the developers big enough that they can pull it off, and it'll be interesting. So I've got that on my pulse check now. I'm gonna look into it.
It looks really cool.
It's one that I want to be good. It's published by Krafton, so it's going to be one that I think looks really good right up until I play it and it plays like shit.
Yeah.
Are they the AI people? No, they're not the AI people.
Yeah, they are.
Everyone's the fucking AI people, brother. But yeah,
Krafton we are pivoting to an AI first strategy. And it's like,
not Ken anymore. Goodbye.
No. Yep. Yeah, no, it's true. The other thing for me, obviously, was the just one more thing before we got the just one more thing was the full orchestral lead up and reveal of a new Mega Man game. Mega Man Dual Override, I think it was called.
Yep,
yeah?
correct.
Yep. I've only written it 4 times, and I've misspelled override every single time. But yeah, the fact that we're getting sort of a classic style Mega Man game after, I think I said yesterday, it's been 16 years since we've seen one, possibly more. I don't know.
Insane to think about.
Well, they've been endlessly like re-releasing the previous ones, and that's kind of like fine because they're all great games. Like it doesn't matter.
Mighty Number 9. Sorry.
That was like one of my first reviews for WellPlayed, and it was genuinely a harrowing experience. But I did get to write the amazing tagline, Mighty Number 9 is a Mighty Number 2. So
yes. Yeah, we love that.
Yeah. It's just kind of funny that like KJ Inafune has moved on from Capcom, and then he went on to do Mighty Number 9. Everyone's like, maybe he wasn't what makes Mega Man good.
Yeah. Oh, no.
But yeah, I'm a classically styled Mega Man game. just appeals to me greatly. And they're currently having a contest to design a Robot Master boss for the game with very, very strict. If you use AI, we will shit can everything you've sent us. We will burn it. It's one of the entry conditions. It's like, I love it. Great. So yeah, I'm keen for that.
All of the folks at Krafton, so disappointed to hear that last bit. As I flick through the absolutely gargantuan article that Ash and I put together, a lot of the games from this showcase really did speak to me. I think it was actually pretty strong. Some that maybe none of us are super keen on right this minute. Oh, maybe Ash. Control Resonant is effectively Control 2. Yeah, fucked it. He is keen.
What a trailer.
But yeah, it's Dylan Faden instead of Jesse Faden, which is the brother of the protagonist of the first game, and it's more melee based, and it looks fucking rad. It does look very cool.
Just as a quick aside, just for the sake of pointing it out, do you know how much I enjoyed that a lot of the trailers, not all of them, but many of them, had a big cinematic opening of pre-rendered shit, and then just did a quick, and here's gameplay.
Yeah.
I really like that. I want that to happen more, because I'm tired of these high-budget cinematic teasers that lead to nothing. Transformers reactivate. But like that whole mindfuck startup, and then it's just, and this is how the game plays, had me hooked, because like that's a very different looking game in a good way. Fold-out axe hammer thing, yeah.
This trailer made me commit here. Well, in person, but I'm gonna play Control. I don't know why I've never played Control. Fucking love Quantum Break. I don't know why I have never actually ended up playing Control. Control and Alan Wake. Again. I know. I don't know why I fucking... Well, I know why I haven't, because time.
I'm with you, Zach. I literally picked up Control 2 weeks ago. I haven't played it. That is my Christmas game.
Nice.
The
second thing, back to what you were saying about the trailers being just wank, and then... Do you remember that trailer from maybe 2-3 Game Awards ago? It was like Battle Aces or Battle Tanks. It was a really fucking cool like cinematic trailer. And then it turned out to be like a fucking... I don't want to say isometric game, but it was something kind of like that. It was like...
It's a lot of that going around.
I think it's Battle Aces. Battle Aces?
I think it might be Battle Aces, because I'm reading it. Battle Aces was announced during Summer Games Fest 2024. Yeah, it's like a really phone-looking...
It's a real-time strategy game, yeah. And it was like... Yeah. The trailer was like sick. Anyway. Stitch up.
The classic cinematic trailer that does not reveal the genre at all, and you're like,
yeah, disappointing.
Adam, you?
Ontos is one that I'll point out.
Yeah,
this looks fucking incredible. So this is
Soma?
It's frictional, yeah. I've not finished Soma. I've played about an hour of it, but I need to go back to it.
Soma messed me up. It haunted me afterwards for like weeks.
This game looks like directly coded to something that I want to play. So firstly, the whole trailer was narrated by Stellan Skarsgård, which big fucking ups. That's fantastic.
I love how in our chat for the Game Awards, you just messaged me Stellan in all capitals.
Stellan.
But I'm like, he can't spell his surname, can he?
No, absolutely no chance. You'll notice that was a copy-paste job in the wrap-up article, 100%, because there is no chance that was going to happen.
Yep.
But just let me just read you a very quick little blurb from the Steam page. From the creators of Soma comes Ontos, a sci-fi adventure that takes you to the edge of reality. You are, I regret this now, Aditi Amani, invited to the repurposed Moon Hotel Samsara by the cryptic legacy of your estranged father, a brilliant mind turned prophet. Fucking sign me up. Oh my sweet Jesus. You go to a derelict Moon Hotel to find father that's turned into some sort of prophet. Holy shit. That sounds fantastic.
Looks really cool. Don't know how I feel about the name, but
yeah, it's what do you reckon how long it's going to be? But just sort of goes, I've been playing Ontos.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I first thought.
And Zach will be the one that says it.
Yeah, I did.
Zach was waiting for you to say it first, Adam. So he was like, I'll just say it like he says it. And then we're both...
Ontos. Don't you mean Ontos?
Oh, I love it. I knew that you'd be keen on that one as well, Zach. But what else have you got in the tank for...
Well, I thought that one wouldn't get stolen from me right away. But the other one, I can't remember the exact name. I'm just trying to scroll. Out of Words? Is that what it was called? No Words?
Oh, yeah. The stop-motion-y looking one.
Yeah. That game looks really, really, really cool.
Really great intro to the trailer too.
The Great Man KV would be keen on that as well. And this is a co-op game. It looks really, really cool. Stop motion. And neat. The can't characters don't have any mouths.
Yeah.
It got announced a couple months ago at another showcase, but it was real brief, so it was cool to see a little bit more of it here.
Yeah.
As far as co-op games, just a very quick aside, Orbitals is another game that got announced during the Game Awards that's got like a comic booky kind of stop motion, not stop motion, but it's
an
very
80s
cool
anime aesthetic. It's like Captain Harlock, like really old school stuff, and it's a Switch 2 exclusive, but it looks phenomenal. Like it looks 2D, but it's not. And still talking about co-op games, Coven of the Chicken Foot.
Oh my sweet
does look really
looks
cool.
Fucking rad.
Yeah.
You get to play as a sweet old Nana and her beastly friend. Like,
very cool.
Love a concept that I can't immediately explain, and I want to explore it. So and then argue who gets to play the Nana.
You only want to play as the Nana for sure.
Press X to pinch your nephew's cheek. That kind of stuff.
What else you got, Ash? Give us another one. You can say Diablo 4 if you want.
Look, I will say that I was surprised that not only did Diablo 4 announce that they had an upcoming expansion coming out next year, but then they shadow dropped the new class on the same day. Like, if you pre-ordered the game, like the expansion, you could play as the returning Paladin class in Diablo 4 immediately.
Yeah, insane.
I was surprised by that. Banger trailer for it. The trailer for not Vessel of Hatred, it's Return of Hatred or something. It's something.
No, Vessel. Vessel was the first one. Yep.
Well, yeah. No. For the new one, it's
Lord of
Hatred.
Also
Lord of Hatred. There you go. It's Hatred. It's the Hatred trilogy. But yeah. I mean, Blizzard has all the problems in the world, but their cinematic department does not miss. They
insane.
do ridiculous visuals, and that seeing a dude explode like a wet balloon full of blood into the Lord of Hatred and Mephisto just sort of nutty, absolutely crazy.
Fucking baller. Very cool.
I did not pre-order the thing, so I couldn't play as the Paladin, but it looks cool. Looks great. I mean, it's funny to see the Paladin back, because everyone's like, why is there no Holy Warrior in Diablo 4? And it's like, because we're going to release it later.
Give us the monk, you fucking cowards. Give me my bell. Fake fan, by the way, Ash, not pre-ordering. Anyway, I will give you one more before we talk about maybe some other bits and pieces from across the week. But Jeff Keighley's big fuck-off statue that he plonked in the middle of a desert. Finally, the reveal of that was at the Game Awards in just the most ridiculously grand fashion. There were people doing like high wire stunts and shit in the auditorium. Fucking wild. It's Divinity. It's Larian coming back for another massive RPG. Terrifyingly, it's said that this is going to be their biggest game yet, which if you've played Baldur's Gate 3 or you're in the orbit of it, that is an insane claim. But the trailer for this, please watch it by yourself if you have children. It is fucking brutal, but it's very, very cool. And the Divinity, if you haven't played Original Sin 1 or 2, the world is very, very cool. The fact that they're dropping the subtitle, just calling it Divinity, feels like it's kind of now an entry into the series again, which makes sense because a lot of people got their eyes on Larian for the first time from Baldur's Gate 3. So if this is kind of like a soft relaunch of the series, all for it. Very, very cool. Zachary, do you have any others before we jump into some other bits and pieces?
Well, I want to talk about a couple ones, but the only one that my interest has shot up a little bit, and that's the 007 game. I don't quite know why. I think I just want to play. Yeah.
Yeah. It's because Lenny Kravitz looks really good in them pants.
No, I think it's just I just want to play a James Bond game because I can't get a Splinter Cell game.
Look, that's fair.
Look, I might piggyback off this and say that everything I keep hearing about that game actually sounds quite interesting. I don't know if you heard, but somebody pointed out the other day that the way the stealth system works in the game as 007 is that if you are caught, instead of immediately alerting guards, as apparently playing as James Bond, you do get a chance to bullshit people first.
Love
so
that.
if somebody catches you in a room you're not supposed to be and they go, "Oi, what are you doing?" You can reply and go, "The commander sent me down here to check on you guys. What are you doing? What's going on?"
Yep.
So like
big fan of that.
Typical James Bond weaponized charisma kind of stuff. And I sort of went, I dig that. That's kind of cool. Why are you crouching behind that table? I dropped my contact lens, you dickhead. Leave me alone. You know? I mean,
it's Lenny Kravitz though. To answer your question, Ash, it's Lenny Kravitz that's getting Zach all
Did
tight
you see
in the
my
jaws.
Did you see my write-up about it in the did you see my write-up in the actual article though?
I'm in front of it right now.
where I said like it's cool that Lenny Kravitz is doing it, but if I had a choice of music artist to play a James Bond villain, it definitely would have been Jamiroquai, because if you've seen the Virtual Insanity video, he's got telekinesis.
Fred Durst all the way, baby.
Did it modern Fred Durst. There you go.
I'll go Chad Kroger. There you
go. Oh, good shout. Very good shout.
Can I just drop a scene? Like, it's not even like a good mention. It's just what was that game that Matthew McConaughey was narrating?
Is it Exodus?
Yeah, so that's one of the ones I wanted to talk about. What did we think about that? I was kind of...
So,
was it the sci-fi game with the cyber animals?
Yeah.
That's all I took away from that. I also took away that there was a comment made afterwards. I think Matthew McConaughey had to release a statement saying that is my actual voice. It is not AI. Even though, like, a couple of months ago, he invested in AI. So
Exodus is a funny one because one of the folks attached to it is a former dev that worked on the entire Mass Effect trilogy, I believe. I think I might be shitting into the wind here, but there is pedigree behind Exodus, and it's meant to kind of be like a space opera kind of thing, similar to Mass Effect. And it seems to be hitting. If you watch that trailer again, outside of the all rights, there are quite a few. It's hitting a lot of those same kind of tropes. So it's something that could be really cool. Honestly, it could, but it's got a bit of... I didn't
disagree with it, but like I feel like the trailer was that whole it's saying nothing but showing a lot but still saying nothing. Like
it's got a bit of a feel of what was that game that was meant to be in everything and it was like a GTA style? Mind's Eye. It's got a little bit of that Mind's Eye feel to it.
We can only hope.
Jesus.
We haven't locked in a catastrophic failure for 2026 yet, developers. Feel free to deploy your mess now.
Yeah, that is 100% going to be it. But yeah, I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it. It could be cool. If it's going to fill the void of Mass Effect, then awesome.
I think a trailer 2 would speak to me a great deal, but I think whatever they cooked up for Sizzle at the Game Awards, I literally walked away going, oh, Robot Animals and Matthew McConaughey. I didn't even remember its name. I'm glad you guys said. Wait, Exodus? I've forgotten it already. Yeah.
So yeah, founded by BioWare developers James Olin, Chad Robertson, and Drew has definitely got a last name. But yeah, so there's pedigree there, but there was pedigree for Mind's Eye as well. So we'll see. Zachary, anything else you want to shout out before we jump into some other showcases?
Forest 3, thoughts? Was not expecting it.
Oh, that was a crack up. Adam and I were discussing it. We were watching that whacked out trailer, and then Adam jokingly said, oh, the forest set in space. And then the title dropped, and he was like, I was kidding!
Because it was the half woman. That was such like a forest-looking monster. And I was like, looks like a forest.
From me to you was, that is half a woman.
I'm so
cool.
on board for that.
Cool.
If you haven't played Sons of the Forest, I would suggest everyone do that. Fucking cracker of the game.
Lords of the Fallen 2, another good trailer.
Yep.
Oh, how good soundtracks in this day and age. Like, the backing track for that was like 2000s rock. I was like, yeah. Pseudo new metal hard rock.
That game's character designs go exceptionally fucking hard.
Oh, absolutely bananas.
Yeah.
God, everything in that trailer looked cool.
Yep.
Agreed.
Nah.
What is with fucking PlayStation and these... Wait, this is the PlayStation one, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And dog shit multiplayers.
Terrible.
I was absolutely amped up to shit all over 4Loop because I thought it was attached to the same people who made Back 4 Blood, but apparently it's the one person who contributed towards Left 4 Dead but did not contribute towards Back 4 Blood. So maybe the genius is with him. So I have no idea what I was looking at, but I will follow it and see if it's coalescing into something interesting.
J.J. Abrams is attached, baby. Remember Rise of Skywalker. Don't let him
flares,
to you
baby.
again.
No, I don't know. I'll just see it. Look, that trailer confused me, which can be good sometimes. And it had people who, when they die, they 3D print their new body, and it's messy and yucky and interesting to look at. So, I don't know. I'm not writing it off until I know more. I don't know.
The concept looks cool, but it just looks like another one that's just destined to just not hit.
Yeah.
At least it's not isometric like other games.
At least it's not isometric. You know what isn't isometric as well?
Shooters.
Gang of Dragon.
Yes.
So I thought on this after the fact because I was like, it's another one that's similar to Yakuza, and Yakuza. I can't get on that series. But I realized I can't get on it because there's fucking 6 million of them, and there are like 12 different onboarding
it's a
games.
Commitment.
So I'm thinking, I thought on it more, and I'm like, if this is like kicking off a new franchise that's similar to Yakuza, but it doesn't have all of the baggage, baby, I'm on board. Let's go. And that man is thick.
Dude, the trailer banged though. Like it was just and that's like an in-game trailer too, isn't it? Like that's
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Japanese action drama.
Hell yeah.
And Saros got a delay. Adam, how do you feel?
April 30th.
Got a delay, but it also got a narrative trailer that sort of gave us a quick hint of what the story might be like. And I mean,
that shit's it's Lovecraftian. I can feel it in my bones.
Well, I love Returnal. I kind of vibed with the storytelling in Returnal of being so unique and interesting. But I think we're going to see something a little bit more traditional in Saros, which I'm okay with. Because like if it's traditional storytelling, I reckon that they can still go really nuts with the story itself.
Yeah.
Because like the trailer told us fucking nothing. It just little bits here. And then at the end, it was just like, the bad guy turns around and looks at the camera. It's like, nobody even mentioned this guy. He's just there. So planting good seeds.
Following it now, he's going to be the king in yellow. Nathan will understand. Anyway.
He's going to be Rahul Kohli's dad.
Also,
IRL dad.
Rahul Kohli's fantastic. And the fact that he has other people to play off, I think is nothing but a good thing as far as like NPCs and other players like other characters is concerned. Overall, the fact that we had so many positive things to say about games announced at the Game Awards, I think we came away with a winner. I think this year's was a winner.
We're not talking about wrap-up times. We're not talking about
exactly.
We're just talking about games.
Talking about some cool shit that looks cool, So we'll take it. There were other things during the week, though, because the Game Awards is a place, not a people, or a people, not a place, whatever the fuck that quote is from Thor, Love and Thunder. Anyway, there were other showcases. That's what I'm getting at. Terrible segue. The first one, we'll rattle through these because there's fucking shitloads of games in all of these wrap-ups. But Frosty Mini. It's for the old ANZ games, Australia and New Zealand-based developers. Do you know what? I'll be real with you. The first Frosty Games Fest, there wasn't heaps there that spoke directly to me. This one, there were far more announcements that tickled my pickle. I think Key Fairy, I'll kick off just very quickly. Key Fairy got a release date, which if you have been reading any of my content, you know that I am absolutely fucking obsessed with it at the moment. February 19th on PC. So it is just around the corner. I will be fucking playing this because the demo for it was fantastic. Zachary, anything you want to shout out from Frosty?
I don't mind the look. I'm just scrolling through the article. I think it was it Signs of Danger? That might have been the one.
Yep.
Let me double check. This is the one I looked at. Yeah, this game looks kind of cool with its like I don't know, top down. I think is that probably the term for
it's
it.
Not isometric.
Isometric.
No, it's side scrolling top down thing. Yeah, it looks kind of neat. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
That would be
Ash.
Would be
I don't know if you've had a chance to flick through the old Frosty files, but is there anything that spoke to you?
I'm not across it, but I have seen a little bit of news regarding it. Was there a release date announced for Big Walk?
No, nothing for Big Walk.
That was separate? Okay, was it the game from the people that made Gubbins from Studio Folly? Did they announce or show off?
Yes.
Dog merge dog.
Yeah, polymerization dogs. That game is out now. That was a cheeky little shadow drop during the
Dogpile.
During Dogpile, thank you.
Dogpile,
the showcase,
there you go. Yep.
Which by all accounts is a bit of a banger. It's not something that I'm super into. I love the art style and I love both of those devs. They're very funny, but it's just not my jam,
That's what I saw. I will follow Studio Folly to the end of the earth, so that's what I took away from that.
Pretty great. I love the Toot games. They're doing the My Arms Are Longer now, and that game is so stupid. very keen for it. The other one that I'll shout out before we move on to other things is Taroa Skycall, which is a game that I previewed a few years ago at PAX. They got a shadow drop. It is out now. I will be playing the game now that I'm back in my home city, and you can expect a review from me as well. Very keen to jump into that one. It's come a long way since I played it back in 2022, so you'll love to see it. Other things that were on the docket. The main other couple were the PC Gaming Most Wanted Showcase, where they kind of break down what players are looking forward to or where they're spending their time. But there's a whole fucking shitload of announcements that were in that as well. It went for like 2 or 3 hours. It was a great way to spend my Sunday last week. There was the Wholesome Snack Showcase, and there was also Day of the Devs. I am just going to throw it as a round table if you want to raise your hand if there was anything else during the week that struck your attention. Otherwise, I have got 2 that I will throw at you quickly. Zachary, is there anything else that during the week you've seen that's kind of caught your attention? Or if someone, maybe a friend of yours, has sent you a recommendation that you watched.
You did send me something, and I actually didn't watch it, so I will have to go back and watch that. I know. Well, I
set you up for this. I knew that you hadn't watched it.
Honestly, God, you're like alley-oop, and he's just slapped the ball out of the air. No.
I do not even have a reason other than I just didn't watch it. There would have been a reason.
Brutal honesty.
I hated you at the time. No. The other thing I wanted to give a quick shout out to was we got a new trailer for Hello Sunshine at the PC Gaming Show.
Yeah.
This is the new game from Red Thread Games. It's the like third person co-op-y thing.
Oh yeah, we love things here.
So little blurb here is a survival mystery set in the ruins of a corporate empire. Walk in the shadow of a giant robot during the sweltering days. Stay close to keep warm during the cold nights. Scavenge, craft, and upgrade, and piece together the broken puzzle of a world ruled by machines that refuse to be shut down. It looks really cool.
Yeah, sign me up.
I mean, I'm signed up just from the description. That sounds neat.
And I do like me some Red Thread games. So,
what else have they done?
They did Dustborn. They did Dragon. They did Dreamfall Chapters, or whatever it's called. Dreamfall Chapters, something or other.
Neat. Okay. Cool.
Dragon is still on my my backlog. I'll definitely get around to
that game's like fucking 3 hours long, mate.
Yeah, I'll smash it out. I will. I've got 2, both from the PC Gaming Showcase. The first one is Virtue on a Sledgehammer. This is by Deconstruct Team. So the folks, Ash, you're probably more aware of them because they did the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood, which you reviewed last year, I think.
Yeah, no, that was just last year, 2024. Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood was just an absolute slay of a game, a really unique, interesting sort of experiment with storytelling and player choice. So, like, I saw the key art that you posted because I'm a visual person, and I went, "That looks neat." And then I saw the discussion underneath it says, "Yeah, it's from them," and I was like, "Oh." Sign me up.
The elevator pitch is it's like an exploration game. You're kind of wandering around having the narrative told to you, except shit might be in your way. So why not just absolutely fuck it up with a sledgehammer?
Don't they say it's like it's a game about solving problems
by just and I think there are definitely narrative threads there, right? Of taking on some of your past trauma with
symbolism,
an aggressive approach, and it's got like a PSX kind of style, like art style. It's gonna make me cry. I am excited for it, both in gameplay and in narrative concept. I think it looks fucking fantastic. Very, very, very keen for this.
I will be seated for it. Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood had me questioning my identity while I made a pizza in the game, so I'm down for it.
I've seen screenshots from that, not just the ones that you've posted to Slack, and they are fantastic, top to bottom. The other game that I had was Myria, which is developed by a single man, Carl Burton. So this is a spot the difference game. And I know that sounds as bland as doing a Sudoku on a Tuesday morning with a cup of coffee, but it looks fucking awesome. So it's essentially
like me in my Sudoku with my morning coffee? What on earth?
Yeah, I got my eyes on you now that you stole my Steam Deck. So it's essentially there's a landscape in this beautiful like nebulous area. And then there's a level of water, and then the same, like it's reflecting that same world. and there are differences you need to spot. You need to rotate the entire world, interact with like light posts and cars and doors and things to make the worlds match. It looks like one of those kind of switch your brain off, just relax, vibe out, put something like a podcast or a soundtrack on, and just kind of let the afternoon melt away kind of games.
How do I spell Miria?
Miria. This one looks real good. It looks like Dystopica, if anyone remembers that.
Doug Miria Pro BMX.
Which was the Aussie made like city builder that I reviewed maybe earlier this year or late last year. But that game was fucking cool. This kind of gives me similar vibes, you know? Yeah, looks beautiful.
I like it.
But yeah, they were my main takeaways from the other showcases. There are plenty about. We did a wrap up of Frosty Mini. We did a wrap up of the Wholesome Snack. Jay did a wonderful job on that article. Ash and I did a whole wrap up of all of the Game Awards announcements. I did a whole big article on the winners. There's a lot of stuff on the website if you want to go and read it. But we wanted to jump on, give you our thoughts, give the impressions of the winners as well, or the winner. It's mainly Expedition 33.
If the Game Awards was a pie chart, there's a big portion that's just Expedition 33.
Absolutely. Boys, are there any other parting remarks or games that we want to shout out that you've maybe forgotten about and then frantically searched?
I went and watched Nuremberg on yesterday.
How was it?
There you go.
Keep it light.
Tell you what, mate. Bloody Russell Crowe's got some range, mate. He's an authentic Italian. Now we can add authentic German to his
fuck's sake.
He loves doing accents. And here, I was just going to say, hey, Total Warhammer 40k got announced. But, you know.
You went full non-verbal when that trailer
You asked me to write about it, and I was like, I can't. I'm too glued. I can't.
Nah, you do it.
Dude, my celebrity dad, David Harbour, came out. He's my dad. If you ask anyone, he's my dad. And said he's in the game and revealed that he plays tabletop games. He is my dad.
What a guy. Really, what a guy. If we're talking about things that we've seen, I watched Barbarian for the first time last night. That movie
was it?
Fucking strange. I liked it. I came away from it really enjoying it. And it made me like weapons more as well, I think. Because I think if I think if I had watched Barbarian first, I would have known what to expect from weapons a little bit more, because it's weirdly got a kind of similar tone or approach to like horror and comedy, I think. But I'm glad I watched it in this order.
As somebody who's not watched Weapons yet, are you telling me I should watch Barbarian then Weapons?
No, I'd watch it the other way around. I'd go into both of them blind, watch Weapons first. But Zach, I'm guessing you've watched Barbarian, yeah?
I've seen Barbarian, yeah. I thought it was good. Yeah, I thought it was good. Probably better than Weapons, I think.
Overall, I think, I think it's a more well-rounded movie.
But I think Barbarian was...
takes here.
I think, from memory, it was very slow, though.
The first half is, but I think that makes the second half better in my...
Sure.
Like a good roller coaster. Clink, 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 clink.
Yeah,
clink, clink, clink,
exactly.
Clink.
I also think it was a simpler film. Like the whole premise was simpler and easier to digest. Anyway, we're getting off topic, as you might say. That's going to be all from us. A nice little quick one, just to give you our shotgun thoughts of the Game Awards and all of the wonderful things that came along with it. If you want to read about any of the wonderful things that went down, you go over to www.well-played.com.au. We're on all the socials. We're on YouTube. Ash does wonderful work over there. The man is an absolute machine. So go and give us a bloody subscribe or whatever the other shit that you do. Something about bells. I don't know. Yeah. Bells and shit. Otherwise, we'll probably have a chat with you next week, even though we're kind of wrapping up for the year as far as news and reviews is concerned. But you know what? Have yourself a wonderful week, and we'll talk to you when we're talking to you. Goodbye, folks.
Goodbye. Appreciate you.
Cheerio.